Alright, so I'm working on a 2013 Kia Rio. I'm making this video because I couldn't find really any good videos on how to replace the low pressure fuel feed and fuel line that goes from the gas tank all the way up to your fuel pump up here in the engine. So this is going to be a real quick kind of tutorial. I've already done the job, so I'm just kind of going to go through the steps of what I did here. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and remove your battery. Getting the battery out of the way really helps with accessing everything down there. Remove the negative first. That's a 10 millimeter right there. And then pull this up, 10 millimeter right there. Pull that off and get your battery out of there. It is hooked down in there by that piece. I used a 1/2 inch socket with an extension to get down in there, and then you should be able to pull your battery right out from there. Next thing is you'll go ahead and pull off the engine cover. You just pull on it. It's held on by these little push knobs here. So basically that is the 4 areas that they are pushed down on. So you'll just pull that off. This is going to be your high pressure fuel pump. This is the high pressure line right here. This is the low pressure line. Mine was ruptured right up in here. So what you'll do first to go ahead and get that line off, well, first I want to say if you can patch it, it's just nylon tubing, so or nylon hose. If you can patch that with some barbed fittings and everything, great, do that. Otherwise, if you want it to be like from the factory with no splicing or anything, you can just run that whole wire. Or that whole hose, it is $156, I think, directly from Kia. So to get this off, there's this little gray piece. You'll want to use something that looks like this, or maybe a flathead, to reach in there, put it behind that, and you're going to pull that this way towards the end and push in on the line, and then the line will come out. Okay. Then once you got that off, there's some clips here. I've got one handy. This one right here is actually hooked in via this, so it'll actually come out. You just kind of pull on that and manipulate it. And that's what the clip looks like. So what I did was I just got a flathead screwdriver down in here and rotated it either clockwise or counterclockwise, and it went ahead and pulled that piece apart, and that's how you get those out of there. There's several of those as you go down in it. So as you can see, there's one here, and there's another down here, and then there's another one down in there, but it's a slightly different style. So next I'm going to go ahead and crawl underneath the car and show you what things looks like down there. Okay, so right there is the exhaust. I think my phone's probably going to be tilted sideways and everything for the picture, so I apologize about that. But anywho, what you do, you can see the hose right there that goes up. There's another one of those little fittings I was telling you about. That one's a little bit difficult to get to. So you could use a 10 millimeter on that bolt right there, and that'll get it off there, so you can access it a little bit easier and kind of work that free. And then there's sorry, now a whole lot of room under here. I don't have a lift. I'm literally doing this in my driveway with jacks. So get out your jack up the side of your car, run jack stands all alongside of it, and then there's these little clips that hold this on. There's one there, there's a couple there, and then there's these little, you can see mine don't have it, and I don't have one to show you because I've gotten rid of them. But there's these little rivet like things in here, and what you're going to do is you take a Phillips screwdriver and you can twist them out. That didn't work for me, so I literally had to get a flathead screwdriver into there, or that tool like I showed you earlier, to get the low pressure fuel line off, and I just literally pulled mine off. And then you just kind of take that cover off, you push them in, pull this down, do the same here, and that comes off, and that exposes the rest of the fuel line for you. It is the closest one to the center of the vehicle, and it goes all along to the back there. Let's see if I can mosey on further to the back. Then you'll get to another one of those. And same thing here. You got those annoying little pesky rivet things you got to pry out because, you know, they never do work the way they're supposed to. And then you pull that off and the cover comes off and exposes the rest of the way down there. And then I'm going to kind of arrange myself on this side of the car so I can better show you where you need to go from back there. Alright, so there's that little pesky cover piece I was telling you about earlier, and it shoots up basically up over top of the gas tank. How convenient, right? So I'm obviously not going to be dropping this tank. I can't do that in my driveway. There's still a lot of fuel in it. So what I did was you could actually access it from underneath the seat, and so I'll show you kind of where to go to do that now. And basically you can kind of see there's some daylight up there. That's where it runs, so you can run it you know, up from the back seat all the way down. Sorry if my phone keeps swapping directions, making you dizzy. I don't know why it does that. I don't know where my GoPros are. I just got back from a trip. So, back seat, how to remove it. So basically there's these little clips right here. If the back seat is in here, grab under the seat, pull up. And then there's a bolt hole right there. Okay, right in the middle. You just kind of push that cushion down and access it. That is a, I think a 14... I want to say a 14 millimeter or a, let's see, 9/16. I use a 9/16 on that, and that's what it looks like right there. And then that seat will come out, and then there's this nasty gooey stuff. You get a flat head under there, pry all that up, and then as you can see, the only line that's not covered in dust, that's the low pressure fuel line. So that's where it connects at, and it is a bear to get under there and to run it. And there's another couple little clippy things up in there, but you can access them from the top. So again, just wanted to show you that and how to go about doing that if you have this problem on your vehicle.